You never know, baby. So, like we said, Jordan Love had his celebrity softball game there at the Timber Rattler Stadium. This is something that Brett Favre did forever, and he turned it over to his good friend Donald Driver, and then Donald Driver, of course, turned it over to Jordy Nelson, and then I think Jordy Nelson. I don't know who Jordy turned it over. He may have turned it over to Aaron for a little bit. I can't remember. But nonetheless, maybe Driver came back in and took it back over, and then Jordan's picked up the ball and ran with it. Here's QB1, though, is give a shout-out to Caden. I know I'm going to screw the name up. You guys know who Caden is on Twitter. He does all kinds of cool live shots from Lambeau. They're always at the game. Caden Sanila, maybe? Sanila? How would you say that? Does that sound right to you?
I'd say Sanila because of the singular L there.
Got it. There you go. All right. So he's got a shot of QB1 just absolutely blasting the ball out of the park. Here we go.
Right. The first one, I think
As someone pointed out too, Jacob, it's funny that all the quarterbacks seem to be hitting the long balls, man, in these home run derbies and stuff. It's pretty cool to see. As we got another video here as well. I think this was Jordan actually handing the home run derby trophy over to the newest quarterback in Green Bay, which is our boy Elgersma. Elgersma from Canada. And I think this guy is a slam dunk for the practice squad. He may even be on the active 53 because there was a couple of teams showing interest in him. The stuff he did in Canada was absolutely wild. But once again, you're probably going, all right, who cares for this? I can't believe the home run derby was won by a Canadian. See, you sound like me when I was a kid, and who was it? Joe Carter hit that game-winning home run in the World Series to win it for the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm still starved by that situation. I'm like, it's America's game. How are they coming down there and beating us? But I think this is an important event. It's tradition, right? Like I said, I believe Brett was the first one to start it. As you guys know, Brett Favre was a very, very, very good baseball player before he chose football over baseball. And I can't remember what somebody said at one point, and I don't know if it's folklore, but they said that Brett Favre could throw a baseball 105 miles an hour, which would have been the record at the time. And I don't know if that's true or not, but obviously he was setting records in the NFL with his arm strength. But the reason I think this is important is because that team camaraderie. And there is a little aspect that kind of bothered me a little bit. I ain't going to lie. I look at this roster on this softball team, and I could have pulled that tweet up, I guess, but I didn't. When you look at the players that were there, I appreciate that they kind of come together like a little team bonding. That stuff's important, I think. And when I looked at that roster and seen some of the players that weren't there, I ain't gonna lie, man, it pissed me off a little bit. It's like, I remember back when Brett did it and even Jordy did it, you had everybody. Remember Clay Matthews got blasted in the face with a line drive?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're going, whoa, I don't want them there then. No, it's gotten a little safer since
So
then.
do you know off the top of your head some of the more notable ones that weren't there?
I need to find that tweet, but Twitter's down right now. I don't know if they're repairing something or if they got hacked again or what, but I just remember it being, I think Tucker Kraft was there, right?
I saw Kraft in that clip. Yeah.
But there was like people, like I remember, like, obviously Christian Watson ain't going to be playing. Maybe he was there and he wasn't listed on the roster. I don't remember seeing Romeo Dobbs' name. I don't remember seeing Dontavion Wicks' name. I don't know if Jaden Reed was there or not. I don't know. And I'm not just picking on the receivers. I'm saying, like, on the other side, Rashawn Gary wasn't there. Adrian Cooper wasn't there to the best of my knowledge. So it's just like, why can't we come together? You know what I mean? As a team, something like that. And maybe it is being too nitpicky if that's the case. I hope that's the case. But, like, I do appreciate the fact that Matt LaFleur was there. Jeff Hafley was there. Matthew Golden was there. And the reason it's important is because when QB1, when the leader of your team says, hey, guys, let's get together.
Yeah.
It's optional. It's voluntary. But at the same time, it's like, man, can we not show a little love? You know what I mean, Jacob?
Yeah. And typically I would totally be criticizing them for not being there. I guess if I wanted to play devil's advocate, are a lot of these guys maybe not in Green Bay at the time because they're still enjoying their quote unquote time off, or I'm trying to, because it does make me mad. I'm trying to look for a legitimate excuse that maybe certain players aren't there, but I do think it should be one of those things, like you said, it's Jordan Love's event, so it's similar to what happened in the almost Academy Award winning movie Draft Day, when they figured out that nobody would go to the homie's birthday party. I mean, if Jordan loves putting on a charity event softball game, and
Right.
you know Tucker Kraft is there because wasn't he the guy that said, like, I don't go nowhere in the off season. This has got everything I need. Like, it's got the weight room. I'm right at this facility here. Like, I like it. So you know he's going to be there. Tyler, what's his name? How do you say that last name? Elgers.
I believe it's Elgersma. Elgersma.
I like it. I mean, he's doing everything he can do to put himself in a position to succeed. I mean, even as much as walking on the softball field, and he's got the old, I came here to hit dingers and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum, baby. He starts hitting bombs.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm with you. I think they should be there. You know, I don't know. You mentioned the draft day, kind of tongue in cheek, the draft day situation, but that stuff, it does kind of. I'm just not going to BS anybody. I try not to be overly dramatic about things like this, and I just kind of let it. It ain't a big deal, but it does kind of pique my interest a little bit. Like, man, why can't y'all show up for your boy like that? Like, I don't know. It pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie. It's like, come on, guys. Yeah, it's almost like everybody, even though we haven't won anything, we're the youngest team in the league, Jacob. It's like everybody's a little too big for their britches at times. It's like,
exactly. What strikes me, and I hope that I'm wrong, because we're only looking at a limited few pictures and snippets here, but is it weird to you that seemingly Matthew Golden's the only wide receiver there?
And that's there may have been others. I need to find that list, but I can't get on X right now. These already had loaded up, so the reason it's popping up. But yeah, probably should hold too much judgment, Jacob. And this is my fault until we find out exactly who was there, because they could have been hanging out in the dugout, right? And they just a little concerned with maybe tweaking something or getting hurt or whatever.
I think that's kind of what number one Packer fan's saying here too. He says if guys have previous arrangements, maybe they can't be there. There's a lot going on this time of year: wedding season, graduations, vacations. I agree with that, and that's where I was trying to maybe lend a little olive tree branch over there. And it's definitely not a great look, though. It's for sure.
Right. Yeah. And if I were to push back a little bit, and again, I don't think it's overly a huge deal, but this was first announced last November. Yeah. So it's like this wasn't like, put together 3 weeks ago type thing. So I don't know. I'm sure it's a big nothing burger, but it does kind of, I'm not going to lie, man. I think that stuff is important. And I know probably most fans disagree with me on that. But I think that team camaraderie, that showing support for one another, that stuff